Hello all you wonderful giblets out there, and welcome to VDaddy's channel. I'm about to show you that my top 5 favorite free-to-play PC games that are out at this time. I'm trying to avoid the more well-known games such as Warframe because everybody knows about them and they're always on everyone's list, and it's really no fun if you already know about them. So I'm going to lean toward the lesser-known games. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready, so let's begin. Number 5! Number 5 on the list is more less of a game and more of a social application. The name of the social application is Altspace VR. It is a game intended for virtual reality players that allows them to get together and connect and play in one unified world and play all sorts of games such as air hockey and Cards Against Humanity and Flappy Bird and all sorts of things. And sort of allows them to get together, so even if they're worlds apart, they can still be right next to each other. And although I personally do not own any virtual reality devices, I've heard it's incredibly immersive, and it really makes you feel like you're there playing whatever game you're playing at the time. And right now I'm in just a beach area with a video player here, which is one of the cool features. There's actually a bunch of different videos you can watch. In fact, you can just watch YouTube as a whole. And you just type things in here, watch YouTube in certain places. And other places you can play just normal games. And see, there are people over here that you can just talk to. Hello.
Hi, Brad.
And they all respond back to you. And it's really just an incredible way to get together with people. It's a way to meet new people, a way to watch YouTube in peace, or just a way to get away from the real world for a little bit. All around, not so much a game, but still nonetheless incredible. Number 4! The next game on the list is called Fistful of Frags, and it runs on the Half-Life Source engine, and if you're just looking for something to do, occupy your time, it's a great game. It's just how you expect a game on the Half-Life Source engine to look. Just like Half-Life or Garry's Mod or whatever you youngsters play. I'm not very good at it, so I don't find much enjoyment in it, but if the Old West, Wild West shootouts are your thing, then this is the game for you. It has 2 game modes as far as I know. Free-for-all and Team? I don't even know what it's called, but you can play as the Desperados and as the Vigilantes, and you just go around shooting at the people. There's really no other objective. Although it is fun to play, there are very few customization options, and the graphics are relatively crude. There's not much else to say about it. It's an okay game to play when you're bored, and it's fun to play with friends, but it really loses its appeal very quickly. Number 3! The Smite, a third-person MOBA from the company Hi-Rez Studios. It's just like Dota, except it's absolutely nothing like Dota. Instead of being top-down, such in that game, this game is third-person, which provides a nice new take on the game that I really think was needed. And for a free-to-play, although it is free, it's free to play, which means, you have to buy things, and things are expensive. Unlock new characters, or gods as they are in this game, because it's a game where you fight against other gods and fight, it's just like Dota, except with gods, goddesses from the Mayan cultures, all sorts of cultures. Words are hard, and I'm not very good at it apparently, but you have to pay real money to unlock new characters, or you can spend a long time unlocking favor or spend money on gems to unlock new characters. It's a fun game with an interesting take on the genre, and I would definitely recommend it to any fans of Dota and or Greek mythology / Roman mythology. You know what I'm trying to say, hopefully. Number 2! Taking the number 2 spot on our list is a lesser known game called Planetside II. Despite being, lesser known, it has a very interesting concept that I think needs to be implemented into more games. Instead of being your average run-of-the-mill shooter, first-person shooter, with, just normal multiplayer, you just get in a match and fight to the death. It has this capture the flag system, and there are multiple capture points that you try and take over to defend bases for your team, which you pick at the very start of the game. And the only difference between this and your normal capture the flag game is that it's over an open world. There are multiple continents that you can try and take over these capture points on, and it provides a very neat take on normal FPSs. My only complaints about the game are that it's an older game, and the graphics definitely show that. They're a lot cruder than most graphics are now. Words are hard. And they're kind of a pain to look at if you have them on lower settings, if you have a less powerful PC. But if you put it on higher settings, it has the graphics of, what you expect a free-to-play game to have. The loading screens are they're quite common to be, polite. There are a lot of loading screens warping from continent to continent, and they can take from a little as a few seconds to a few minutes, and they're really a pain in my butt, and I'm sure they will be in yours too. Since it's an older game, about 2 years old, it doesn't have nearly as much of a fan base as well, so it makes it kind of less fun, because you'll get into these huge worlds and there'll be very few people in it until you transfer to a different part where battles are going on, and then you get into an intense battle, and then you die and you get placed back into your spawn. Although, despite all these complaints I have, it's a very fun game, and I would recommend it to anyone that wants to try a new take on the FPS series. Number 1! The number 1 spot is Paladins, and it might look familiar, and that's because it is. The art style is the exact same as the game I mentioned earlier, Smite, because it's by the same company, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's really an amazing game. I mean, I know, a lot of people say that about a lot of games, but it is truly a really good game, and for a free-to-play game, it might be the best I've ever seen. And, not just the best I could find at this moment. It has everything you'd expect in a normal AAA $60 game, and more, such as, a card system that allows you to change the upgrades on your character. And it's not even done yet. It is an open beta that was released only a couple of months ago. And it's just, there's very few words I can say about it, so I'm just going to show you the gameplay. It's truly incredible. It has a variety of characters that you can pick through, and like Smite, you can pay to unlock them, or you can just earn earn gold in the game to unlock more characters, which in this game, unlike Smite, it's very easy to get the currency, which is very fun, because it makes for some since a lot of people have different characters, it makes for some it adds variety to the game. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to show you some gameplay, and that way you can judge for yourself. If the gameplay looks familiar though, it's because once again, it is. It's almost a direct clone of Overwatch, except it's free, which is fun because I've always wanted to try Overwatch. I've always wanted to buy it, but I always thought it was too expensive. $60 on the consoles and $40 on a PC for what seems unfinished is outrageous. I would never pay that kind of money for a game that's just a multiplayer competitive mode with very few game modes that I just can't do it. I don't have that kind of cash to spare left and right. So, I don't. And when my friend showed me this game, I was very, very excited. Because it was everything that Overwatch is. There's ultimates with the same charging system, variety of characters, a payload game mode, and it's really, really fun. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay. I know I've been saying that forever, but I'm not going to speak now. So, enjoy the rest of the video. By the way, I promise I'm not this bad. Well, guys, that was my top 5 favorite free-to-play PC games that you most likely didn't know about. Thanks for watching, and if you feel so obliged, please like and or subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. Be Dadly, out.